Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. It is, I think, March 24th, Friday evening. I think it might be 5 something in the evening. I come on here to update you guys and to say hi and see how you guys are doing. What is in my hair right here? Right there. What's that speculation? Now, see how it bothers you if you got something little in your hair? Now I don't see it. Okay. It'll show up again as soon as I quit. Okay, anyway, sorry. Week's gone pretty well. Okay, first and foremost, I must confess that I have been much sicker than I'm let on. I've gotten sick enough I really can't leave the house. And that really stinks. That's why you haven't heard me talk much about leaving the house. And if I do leave the house, I'm not really going in any place. And that's been going on for quite some time. So, sometimes you have to take a good hard look at your health and say, I'm not doing that great. And maybe I should listen to my doctor. Hang on, I need to get a drink of some fluid. And yes, I'm having a can of pop. I don't normally have too many cans of pop, but I'm so thirsty lately. And I have been drinking a ton of water too, so. Pepsi Zero loves this stuff. I limit myself to 1 can every 2 days. Best I can do, okay? I've given up everything else, including smoking. I'm no longer smoking, people. Be happy for me. Clap. Do your dances, all that stuff, please, because I had to. I didn't have a choice. I love to smoke. I've told you guys that before. I enjoy smoking. I do. I enjoy the act of smoking. I know it's stupid. I think I associate it with loved ones when I was growing up, like my grandparents and stuff. But I enjoy it. But my body does not. And apparently, my body seems to think that it needs to breathe on a consistent basis. Something about breathing, oxygen, yada yada. So, yes, I have quit smoking. I've been doing very well with it. Of course, I'm vaping. And before anybody says anything about it, I discussed with my doctor before I quit smoking about how I was going to quit smoking. And I told her I was going to vape. And she had not a problem with it. So, at this point in time, she'd rather see me do anything other than be smoking. So, I tried to do the dieting and the quit smoking at the same time. That was not a good fit. So, while I am very much watching what I eat, I am not beating myself up for snacking just a little bit more. And also, when you quit smoking, the food starts to taste better because you're getting your taste buds back. Some of the things I hate about smoking, for me personally, I'm not going to condemn anybody else that smokes. And yes, I know I need to redo my fingernails. Is I hate the way it smells. I hate the way it even tastes. I hate the way it makes me smell, my house smell, my clothes smell, my hair smell. I miss how food doesn't taste as good. I always have wax warmers going, and I can't smell them as well. I can't smell my oil diffuser as well. My nose is more stuffed up. Massive congestion. Massive lung problem. That's not fun at all. Having to take nebulizer breathing treatments all the time is not fun. Having to use your inhaler is not fun all the time. And I'll still have to use this even when I'm smoke free. So I'm stupid to think I could smoke because I would have enough trouble and have had, even when I'm not smoking. So it was just something that happened. It was I was going through a lot of stress at that point in time. I'm not going to beat myself up for that. It was just a little less than a year that I smoked again. A year too long, but it is what it is, and I've stopped, and, you know, that's all I can do. I have a doctor's appointment Monday. She said she wants to see me. We're probably going to assess whether or not I'm going to be put in the hospital or not, because I still have the leg issue. I still have some pain, which possible kidney stones. I'm not sure. I've never had kidney stones. But it's on the left side, you know, and it hurts very much sometimes. I mean, it hurt really bad for about a day every time I used the restroom, especially, and then it got less and less. So I don't know if I had one, if I passed it, if I did not have one, I don't know. And before anybody says, oh, you would know, I have quite a bit of scar tissue in my urethra from being castrated so much from a baby on. So, no, I really wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And the lung issue. Hoping she doesn't put me in the hospital. I really don't want to go in the hospital. If I can possibly talk her out of it, I will not be in the hospital. You know? I really want to go. So, that's what's going on with that. Of course, Brad's thrilled. He's been so supportive, but he let me know the other night. He was scared to death for me. He said, you don't know how bad you sound at night when you're sleeping. And he's been scared to death about my health overall. And I said, you know, I really, really, really want you to try super hard. This is before I quit smoking. Super hard to quit smoking because, you know. And I'm like, yes, I know. And I'd already planned on quitting, so. That's been going on, so I've been sleeping quite a bit the last few days, especially. But my leg has been swollen. And to keep it elevated. And I've just felt super tired. I don't know why. You know, when your body fights trying to keep you healthy for so long, it just gets depleted. So, but besides all that unpleasant junk, it's been a good week. I mean, Brad did go to his specialist appointment Tuesday. I have his permission to tell you guys what's been going on now. Brad was diagnosed with Parkinsons. To the degree they did not know. So they've done more testing. And we were there to get the results. And we're lucky. It has been caught early. So it's mild. Some of the stuff is a little more advanced, but overall it's mild. So with medications and with some therapies, they think that, you know, he can overcome some of the things like the tremors. He started a new drug for the tremors, and it seems to be helping already. It certainly makes him sleep very well. So, that was great news. That really was great news. You know, because I started doing some research, and I started joining some Parkinsons caregiver groups and stuff, and it was, I don't know, it was such a negative group, you guys. It was just like, these people were like, you know, hated their spouses, and you know, just all the horror stories and stuff. It's like, aren't we supposed to, you know, try to bring some positivity on how you can handle this in a positive manner? I mean, it's one of the most negative groups I've ever joined and then disjoined. So that had me freaked out, though, because for the most of our marriage, we have dealt with my health. And always will. I have primary immunodeficiency disease, and I was born with it. And it's common variable. It's basically, essentially like the boy in the bubble, but a lot lesser degree, right? And while they would love to have me live a very sterile life, I don't, because I want to live my life. And so, but what all that means is I'm get infections often, and I have, and my primary infection has always been my bladder and kidneys. So you know, but I'll get infections anywhere at any time, and we've dealt with that. It's just part of who I am. So you know, what else can you do? It's life. You love your life or hate your life, but you still have to live your life. So, we just live our life, and we just make the most of it. Jelly Beanster. Hey, girlfriend. Come over here and see the mommy. Come see the mommy. Come see me. Oh, I know. You want to come say hi to people? You want to say hi to anybody? Say hi to people. You say hi to the people. Say, my name is Jelly Bean. Oh, and the phone is turning back. Hey, my name is Jelly Bean, and I love everybody, right? Do you love everybody, Jelly Bean? Hi, what? Oh, I know. Are you the mama girl, huh, Jelly Bean? Are you a mommy girl? Oh, I know. I love you, too. This is my little baby. She's just like a little baby all the time. I love her to death. And Nixie, too. But, so, anyway, we make the most of it. No matter what your hit was, you make the most of your life, because you only get the one life, right? So, but it was a concern, because since we've know that I have this, and we've dealt with it for so many years, where it's been a major infection, minor infection, or a bunch of infections, you know, we deal with it. And I'm like a year and a half out from having had to be in the hospital, so I'm excited about it. Look at her little teasers. But, you know, so that makes me excited. But it was like, well, if my big panic was, if I can't get strong enough to take care of him, and it's just the two of us, then what's going to happen to him? You know, because I felt this immense pressure that I had to find a way to get strong enough to take care of him. You know, and I still, you know, we still need to take care of Mr. Bradley, because, you know, he's in immense pain. While it was good news about the Parkinsons, we were hoping they were going to get him some help for his back, too. You know, as far as, you know, there are, like, you can try injections, or you can try the spinal simulator something. All of a sudden, it's non-narcotic, non-narcotic, and actually not a drug. We were hoping for him, because he's getting more stuff. The amount of painkillers and stuff that he's on makes him very drowsy most of the time, and that can be hard on you as a patient. It can be hard on your spouse, because, yeah, I do get lonely, because, you know, a lot of times he's kind of knocked out and not there to talk to. And then if I'm fighting whatever, then, and I'm not able to go out of the house, you know, it can get kind of isolating. But thankfully, I have YouTube and stuff. But we will, I told Brad, because his back is just, I know I talk about his back, but his back has been exceptionally bad lately. We just got to find the right spinal doctor. That's just, you know, and we have to get used to, he can go anywhere to accept Medicare. See, we're not in the same insurance plan now, because they switched him to Medicare. So, you know, he can go literally anywhere. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's what's going on. It's nothing horrible, guys. It's nothing horrible. It's all good. Sure, there's times I want to have a cigarette. Sure. Now, say to Brad, man, right now I'd really love to have a cigarette. Then I'll sit and think about exactly what that does to my body and how it feels when I can't breathe. And I don't want that cigarette in there as much. And I'll reach for my vape and I'll take a couple draws and I'm okay. This, to me, is the act of. It's not the same, but it's the act of. And to me, that's a game changer for me. Because it's the act of, and then it's okay. This is an old one I've had for months and months. So try and finish them up. Then I'll step down on the nicotine with those until I'm, doing 0 nicotine, and then I don't hardly ever vape. Once for a great while, if I'm a little stressed out, then I will, but there'll be like weeks and weeks go by and I won't even think of it. So what else going on? That's about it. I've been working on a new hat. Just like this. Yeah. And then after this, I'm going to go through and re-sanitize a lot of the hats. I'm just going to double check and make sure they don't stink, Even though I've had them sealed up, still I want to make sure. And then I want to pull some hats for his dad and his, we call him Mama Francie. For them, they want some of my hats. They're in California, but it gets cold where they are. They're up in the mountains and stuff, so it gets cold up there. So, which I'm thrilled to do. So, I'm going to be working on my painting. I made a couple wreaths yesterday. I felt better yesterday than I do today. But, anytime you do quit smoking, for the first week or so, after about day 3, you start to feel crappier. It's been my thing. It's all that junk starts to come out of your lungs and stuff, so your body is kind of like, eh. So, it's a sign that good things are happening within your body, even though you don't feel like it. I'm trying to encourage anybody that's thinking about it. So I did make a couple wreaths yesterday. Well, I had a fall time one I did out of tulle last year, but I had wanted to put a little bit more on it. I just had a few flowers on it. And it's all out of pastel, so I put some butterflies I had on it. I just used stick pins to put those on. And then I had a old one I bought way back when we lived in Wyoming. And it was a markdown one. And had all these kind of antique looking eggs, speckled eggs and stuff. So I had some of those that come off and put those back on, and I added some butterflies to that one too. And a nice big ribbon. And so that hangs on the back door. Got my Easter flags out. That's very important. Oh, the weather's been so nice the last couple of days. Just beautiful. If my lungs were better, I would have been outside working outside. I know. The end of this coming week, I bet you I'll be able to be out there doing that. I'm going to, I'm going to beg and borrow and everything else to not be put in the hospital. So yeah, that's what we've been doing out there. And Brad's run to the store for a few minutes to get, he left his cane there yesterday at Food Lion. And we called last night and they said they didn't have it. And I said, just wait, I bet you anything when they do their final closing and stuff that some carry out or cart person has picked it up and just kind of set it aside and they're going to turn it in the end of the night. They did. So he's all happy. It's his favorite cane. And, he feels a little lost without it. So, I'm going to start using my cane more. I've had a cane, but I haven't used it lately. I bought this nice one that's all kind of, with reds and pinks and it's roses and stuff. And, it does clap down. It is one of those that'll clap down and stuff. And I don't know why, I've been feeling like, I shouldn't use it and stuff, but I'm going to start using it some. Because sometimes I have trouble maintaining my balance a little bit when I have to stand for long periods of time. So, just part of admitting you're getting older. I will be 60 here well, I'll be 59 here in, 4 months. So, yeah, I will be. So, I've lots to talk with my doctor. Nothing bad or anything, just some things to look into and stuff. But yeah, did the wreaths. I want to do some painting here in the next couple of days. Of course, we're going to clean house. We didn't fill up to it today. We might even wait till Monday to clean house, depending on how we feel. So I want to get in there and get some painting done. All of that. Chili Bean's been good. Nixie's been good. Brad, like I said, besides his back killing him, is good. I'm good overall. I mean, I don't feel that hot. And I know that it will get better. And I know the other things I need to talk to my doctor about. See if it's time to do more testing or to refer me to some different specialists that it actually might be a network. Because the ones that I had are not network or it won't take my insurance now. So, time to face that dragon and see what's going on there. I think that's about it. I don't really think. Is there anything else really going on? Let's think of headline news. I think there's really anything. I know we're hearing a lot of rumblings about different conflicts within the world. I have to admit I don't pay too close attention because it's upsetting. And I like to kind of stay in a happy little bubble sometimes, Just let me stay in there for a couple of days, okay? I just don't really have anything else going on. We're going to have Tostino's pizzas tonight. We don't normally do that, but tell you what, I just felt like having a small, they're small, and I'll only eat 3/4 of it anyway, but they're a lot cheaper than getting pizza. I mean, I think we can get like 4 of them for $6. They're a 4-pack. And we won't use only but half of those. One for him, one for me. And then he usually has a piece left over from his and mine. I give him mine. And then, so he has a snack for the next day or whatever. So, I made something. Did I tell you guys I made a whole bunch of blueberry waffles? I think I did. Those turned out very well. Yeah, I did. I remember telling you guys that. Other than that, we haven't really done too much cooking. Just kind of, nothing spectacular this week. In a couple weeks here, I hope to cook up that other turkey. We don't normally do anything for Easter. Especially now that we don't, we don't have children or anything. So I have, like I said, I've decorated a little bit. I decorate outside and stuff still for the kiddos to see. Because I know they get excited. And Brad said, well, we adults do too. So I do that. But I mean, I don't think we'll bother with cooking anything special for Easter or anything. Unless they put ham on for a really great price. But I have to watch it. Ham is so salty. What else? Just pray I start getting better, because I'm tired of being sick. tired of not being able to go anywhere. I'm tired of Brad asking me to go somewhere, and I'm like, nope, staying home. Not that I don't want to go, it's because I know I can't breathe. It about killed me the other day when we had to go to see his specialist, and I had such a hard time getting out of the car, walking in the building, going up the elevator, and walking. I about was dying. I mean, I had to stop halfway and tell him to go ahead and go because I couldn't breathe. And I was glad we had to wear masks because I didn't want people to watch me struggling to breathe. It gets embarrassing. And I decided then and there that was it. And it was. Then and there. That was it. It was like, yep, that's it. No more. So, did you want to send me accolades of how happy you are I quit smoking? Please go ahead and do so. I know a lot of you guys were really concerned. And I appreciate that. And I mean, there's some people that can smoke and don't really have that much effect about it, but there's some of us that just cannot, we just cannot. My lungs say, we don't like you on a consistent basis, and then you do this, we really don't like you now, and that's just the way it is, Yes, I'm messing with my hair. I want to get my seeds started pretty soon. I want to, so I gotta sit and kind of plan out my garden for this year. Brad and I have been talking about whether or not we want to, move, and we definitely do. But that'll probably be a couple years out, because, we don't have any money saved or anything. So we'll have to come up with different ways that we can do that. One thing I did tell him is I'm going to take the money I would spend every month smoking, and I'm putting that away. If we could afford for me to do that, we can afford to put it away. And he agreed with that. So that's one thing that'll help. But yeah, we definitely want to, get something that's ours, the land and stuff. Every year he raises the lot rent. And, without any improvements or anything, of course. So, we'll get going on that. But, yeah. Other than that, we don't really have anything coming up. Just me getting better. I was not able to ride the bike, but just one time this week, the breathing got that bad again. So, I'm hoping Monday, after I see her, hopefully I won't be checking into the hospital, that I will be able to start riding the bike again. And building up my lung capacity again. So, that's what we're going to do. We never give up. We never give up, guys. Never give up. You don't have to act like you're just some kind of, we're not 35 anymore, most of us, and we don't have to act like we are. And we just say, hey, we can recover from this. That was really a bonehead move. Have you ever had any question on whether or not I could smoke again and get away with it? That would be a firm no. Not if you want to keep breathing. Now, I did tell Brad, if I ever get with terminal cancer and they say there's nothing they can do for me, I'm going to sit here in my bed and I'm going to smoke. And I'm going to eat all the chocolate stuff I want. If I'm going to pass away, then I'm going to pass away happy. I know that sounds silly. I probably wouldn't. I mean, if I'm struggling to breathe, why would I want to make it worse, right? Anyway, this has probably been the most boring video ever. And I'm sorry that probably has been. I don't know what else to really talk about because I've been so sick and I've been trying to hide it for so long, you guys. I've been on antibiotic constantly. So, I'm sorry it's been so boring. I don't know what else to say. You know, you get depressed, and depression makes you feel like, why does it matter? I started, almost a year ago when I found out about my dad and stuff, and I was so hurt, was devastated actually, and that would even past anything I thought those people could do, past the cruelty of. So anyway, I've digested it. I've come to terms with it, come to terms with who I am and what I am and what I'll put up with and all of that. And it was time now to heal myself. So, I hope you guys are doing well. I really do. All my friends that are in contact with me, you know who you are. I love you guys so much. You mean the world to me. You really do. You guys are like the sisters I never had. And my best friends. And my confidants. Everything. You guys are what helps sustain me. So, anyway, I love you guys. And I do cherish your friendship so much. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Leave me a comment. I really do enjoy those. I'm going to work to do better with that. Please know I do read them all. And, do something nice for somebody else. And then do something nice for yourself. And then, as always, everybody will say bye, Brad. Bye, guys.